Away day at Brighton. Pilgrimage to see the all-new AMEX stadium. Brighton the Seasiders, the largest gay community of the UK, against the Black Cats of Sunderland, probably the most homophobic community of the UK. Carling Cup, second round. The ground is pretty impressive. Only problem is it's so far out of Brighton, we start to think the Sunderland fans have had a shorter journey. Seeing as the home tickets are harder to come by than one of Willy Wonka's, we're in the Sunderland end, meaning we'll be surrounded by the only nutters willing to travel 300 plus miles on a Tuesday night to see their team against the Championship side. We ask a spotty ginger kid for directions, to which he responds, "How the hell would I know?" I suppose he was ginger after all. Excited about seeing the customised, state-of-the-art awake section, which when we get there consists of 2 red spotlights and a PowerPoint presentation of pre-season training photos. Oh well, a pint, a cheeky bet and a burger it will be. Well, it would have been, except they have a ridiculous rule on serving alcohol, which means we miss out on a pint by 30 seconds. There's no Ladbrokes to bet, and the burger looks and tastes something like this. However, Chapman looks like it's the best thing he's ever eaten. The Sunderland fans start singing, although most look surprised that you could actually buy a pint of lager in Brighton, not just WKDs. The atmosphere is good now, Brighton fans in good voice. When the players come out, the Sunderland fans are generally surprised that Brighton aren't playing in pink, running out to the Wham top 10 hits, although the Brighton goalkeeper is determined to prove otherwise. As a neutral, all we hoped for was action, controversy, bad tackles and perhaps a cheeky Brighton goal. To our amazement, Lee Cattermole, who collects cards for a living, has the softest half of his career. He plays like the Brighton airs got to him. The first half is fairly even, Brighton slightly edge it. Brighton's new signing Craig McAll-Smith, despite displaying locks Robbie Savage would be proud of, displays the finishing ability of Emil Heskey's mother, missing a couple of sitters. The Sunderland fans are remarkably quiet. Perhaps the rumours of the half-time bumming has actually scared them. I was also beginning to understand the purpose of padded seats. 0-0 at half-time, marvel a bit more of the incredible high-tech red lights, have a pie to sort things out. The catering team at Brighton outdo themselves yet again. No steak in our pies, presumably Brucey got in quick before the half-time whistle. Settle for chicken. We now wished we had another one of these. It was still the best thing Chapman's ever eaten. Second half, Sunderland fans become increasingly restless, singing "We need a striker," which is fair comment. They are playing 4-5-1, with the one up front being a midfielder. Even the spotty ginger kid from outside made the starting lineup. One fan decides to heckle the balding Brighton goalkeeper by repeatedly shouting, "Your head." Great observation, poor insult. Bruce finally brings on a striker, Connor Wickham, the 12 million signing from Ipswich, who seems slow, lethargic and generally as much use as a chocolate teapot. Brighton player goes down injured, dislocating his shoulder. The closest the sympathy gets from Sunderland lot is, "Get up, you fucking homo." Brighton still look the better side, passing it round well. McAll-Smith hits the post. Craig Young terrorises the Sunderland defence, looking quicker than Theo Walcott on ecstasy. In extra time, Craig McAll-Smith pushes aside his golden locks for a split second to head home from close range. The AMEX goes ballistic. Great atmosphere. Bruce finally takes the hint and brings on Ghanaian international Asamoah Gyan and Park Ji-sung's long-lost cousin, Ji Dong-won, much to the Sunderland fans' amusement, but the novelty of a Korean in Tyneside quickly wears off, as despite showing the enthusiasm of his international teammate, the words cow's arse and banjo spring to mind. And Sunderland look about as likely to score as Martin Keown in a brothel. Sunderland fans start to leave. The referee blows his whistle, the AMEX erupts. Brighton have beaten Sunderland. Gus and his boys have done it, leaving Bruce and his boys to be booed off by the fans. The way they reacted, you'd think they'd gone out the World Cup. But I guess in their eyes, they've been beaten by a team of gays, which is probably worse.